Before this video starts, I just want to let you guys know that I did a collab video on Superhero Motivations channel, which should be in the description and the pinned comment below. So after you're done with this video, please check that one out, where we talk about what the theme of the upcoming Batman film will be, as well as give him a subscribe as his videos are truly awesome. Now let's get started. Hey everyone, and welcome to Protocol 36. Now that we're getting closer and closer to the release of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and that the hype for the film is building day by day, waiting for what the plot will actually be about, the characters that will show up, and the twists and turns that we'll have. But one theory I've kinda seen floating around on the internet is if the Scarlet Witch will die in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Now before we get started, if at any point you enjoyed this video, I really appreciate if you could drop a like, as that would really help out the channel. Thank you. As of right now, Elizabeth Olsen has been playing Wanda Maximoff for almost 7 years now, since Age of Ultron came out, and since then she made tons of other MCU appearances with the Avengers, and just last year she got her own show WandaVision, which was the first MCU show that was exclusively released on Disney+, where we finally see her take up the mantle of the Scarlet Witch, and finally go in depth with her past and her powers, which looks to be continued in Doctor Strange 2. However, there have been several speculations going around on whether or not she will in fact die in the film, or even some people just joking about it. Personally, I don't think she will die, and there are many reasons why I don't think that is the case. And one of them being that we just saw her become the Scarlet Witch, not only getting the name but also her iconic costume too. So I definitely don't think they will just get rid of her, especially now that it feels like her journey has only just begun in the MCU. Also, we do see a variant of Wanda too, and I wouldn't be surprised if she dies instead of our main Wanda we have been following until now. Not to mention, we know that sooner or later Billy and Tommy are going to return, given that they're part of the Young Avengers in the comics, and it's definitely something Marvel Studios are setting up right now, since they've already introduced a lot of their members in the MCU, especially on the Disney Plus side of things, and are going to introduce America Chavez too, who was also part of the team. So for the Maximoff twins to return for real, and for the mutant populations to increase, which was a theory I talked about last week's video, link will be in the card in the right hand corner of the video for you guys to check out afterwards. I feel like Wanda would just have to be alive for those things to happen, not to mention it would just be too early. Now that said, it is still possible they could kill her off, since I also did say that I didn't think Aunt May would die in Spider-Man No Way Home, and yet here we are. Even described her death and everything. But if they were going to do that with Wanda, personally I think they would just fake her death and possibly hint towards her return, so that when she does come back, it won't feel out of nowhere, like they've basically done with Loki in Thor 1 and 2. So there's still a possibility that she could die, given that a lot of fans do believe that she will have to atone for what she did in the series. But once again, I feel like it's just too early for now, and I do think she will be held accountable for what she did in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Another thing she might end up doing in that film, especially now that it looks like she's going to be an antagonist. Not to mention White Vision is still around after the show, and I don't think Marvel are just going to forget about him. I think eventually, kinda like in the comics, we will see him go back to his normal self with a brand new look that resembles more of his comic book counterpart, since the MCU are starting to give characters brand new suits that look exactly like the comics, such as Sam Wilson's Captain America suit, Tom Holland's new Spider-Man suit in No Way Home, and more. So I think they will do the same for Vision the next time he appears, whether that be in the Armor Wars Disney Plus show or elsewhere. But once when he becomes himself again, especially now that he has his memories back, I do think they will have both him and Wanda reunite again, and possibly even get married in the future, for real this time, instead of inside the Hex. Furthermore, Disney did announce another Disney Plus show, this time about Agatha Hotness, and honestly, given their relationship in the MCU and especially in the comics, I do think they will have Wanda appear in the series, as the same people who worked on WandaVision are also working on the show. Obviously, it's not for definite that she'll be in there, especially now when we have no idea what the show will even be about, but I don't think they will pass up the opportunity, as it was already set up in the finale that she will see her again. So as of right now, I definitely don't think they're anywhere near done with the Scarlet Witch in the MCU, and the stories they could tell with her, since we don't have a lot of mutants yet in the main universe. I'm probably gonna make her the daughter of Magneto in the future, once he's also introduced. However, what about you guys? Do you think Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch, will die in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? If so, if not, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. If you enjoyed this video, please like, and want more, subscribe. To begin, Protocol 36.